Welcome to Point Loma High School, where the Pointers are lead 7-0 with 6:01 left in the first quarter, as the Pirates now have the ball and are trying to get the short passing attack going. I have two iconic coaches with me, both with state championship jewelry on their hands. I'll start with you, Coach Carroll, as we watch the Pirates on offense. What is your greatest coaching memory?
You know, fortunately, you coach as long as Coach Starr and I do. You have many, but there's one that comes to mind right away, and it's 2002.
In fact, we have the video of this. Go ahead and roll the Coach Carroll 2002 video. You can roll it over the top of us. We can watch two games at the top. But go ahead, talk about that, Coach.
Yeah, you know, what happens, first of all, it's against Helix High School. What happens when you're an underdog, a significant underdog, playing the #1 ranked team? You got a Hall of Fame Reggie Bush playing against you. What happens, though, if every single player the same night plays their very best game? First of all, is it possible? Yes, it is. It was done in 2002, Oceanside versus Helix.
And you won by
every player.
You deprived that win kept Reggie Bush from winning the Silver Pigskin 2 years running.
It was 28-0 at the half and 42-14 at the end, and literally across the board, every kid graded out the best that they graded out all year long.
Coach Carroll, or excuse me, Coach Starr?
Yeah, similar experience. 2011, our state championship game against Del Oro. We had a big group of seniors, about 35 of them, that started with me in 2008, so it was a 4-year adventure. Remember, if you're from Cleveland, Ohio, nothing comes easy, and our kids did the same thing. We played with one heartbeat. It was a great team effort. That team, they were all best friends. Till this day, they are. It was just magical, and I love them all.
All right. With that note, well done, gentlemen. We send it up to Rick Willis. Rick, the pigskin is yours.
How do I top those iconic coaching stories? I don't think I can. I'll just tell you about our Tri-City Medical North County game of the week. I'll go ahead and get it out of the way here. Is San Marcos taking on St. Augustine. Saints are without several players, including DeAndre Daniels, their running back, their stud tackle. They're also without J.R. Justice, so we heard. So they're kind of limping into this one. San Marcos seems pretty healthy, but sometimes you just never know what you're going to get, just like the coaches talked about just now, where you're an underdog, and yet you still come out on top. Well, Saints is an underdog in this one, but we'll see if they can come out on top. It's a 3 versus 6 matchup in the Open Division. Should be a good one. We're going to have all the highlights tonight on the Prep Pigskin Report. Until then, for the, I guess, 3rd time ever, we're going to send you out tonight live to El Centro, where Matt Gilson is standing by.
All right, thank you very much, Rick. That is correct. We are live in El Centro, the first time in PPR history that the East County Game of the Week is coming to you from the Imperial Valley. If you take a look behind me, you can see the Southwest Band is on the field. The #1 Eagles are undefeated, 10-0, and they are hosting Mount Miguel, the #9 seed in Division 3. So we're out here, and we made the drive, Scott and I. We got some more crews covering different games out here to the Imperial Valley. We're bringing you comprehensive coverage from out here tonight. We will have all the highlights will be live on the Prep Pigskin Report for the first time from El Centro coming up tonight at 10:30. Right now, let's send it back over to San Diego and Allison Edmonds.
Thank you, Matt. I'm out here at Ramona High School, where the Bulldogs are getting ready to take on the Westview Wolverines in the Division II quarterfinals. Now, Ramona in the preseason was 10-0, undefeated in league. They have Silver Pigskin finalist Tristan Stacy on their team. They are the #1 seed in this game. The Westview Wolverines are the #9 seed. However, Westview did upset Christian last week on the road, and I talked to a couple of the Ramona players before the game, and they said that Westview is coming out and playing their A game. They went and watched the game against Christian and Westview last week, and they said that the players all were talking to them and saying, we're coming out, we're going to play our best game tonight. So it'll be quite an interesting game out here in Ramona. We'll have the full highlights from this game for you tonight at 10:30 p.m. on the Prep Pixie Report. But for right now, John Soderman, I will send it down to you in the South Bay.
All right, well done, Allison. We're down here at Otay Ranch High School. Tough game for the Mustangs as they take on the 9-2 Lincoln Hornets. Not only do they have this quarterback extraordinaire, Asante Hartzog, but they have the #1 tackler in the section, Charles Hicks. #5 has amassed 100 solo tackles. So Hornets very formidable in both offense as well as defense. All right, I think now we're going to take it over to Madison Sinclair. Maddie, how you doing?
Well, we've been having some technical difficulties out here. It's hard to try and find some service, but I am out here at Valley Center for the small school game of the week. Jaguars taking on the Granite Hill Eagles, and it is also the Division II quarterfinals. Now, I am joined with head coach Rob Gilster. Now, you've been a coach here for 20 years, but a head coach for 28 years. So tell me, what has kept you going?
It's working with high school kids. It's, probably my dream job, and working in Valley Center. It's just a really neat community. People here support our kids and support our school, and it's just a great place to coach football and to work with kids.
So you've been doing something right, because you have a record of 9-1. So tell me what your key to success is.
Well, I think it starts obviously with our kids. We are always blessed with good football players in Valley Center, and our coaches work extremely hard, and we get great community support. So as a head football coach, those are kind of the ingredients for success, and I think we have what we need here to win.
So the last 2 times you have played Granite Hills, you guys have won. So tell me what the momentum is going into this game, and what you've been telling your team all week.
Yeah, Granite Hills is a great football team. They're 9-2, and they're very physical, and they're big, and they have a lot of veterans. So it's a new game for us. I think we played them 7 weeks ago, so a lot of things have happened since then. We do know each other probably a lot better, but we've got to play a great game. We have to have great will, and we have to make plays when they're there. So it's a new game for us.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much, Coach, and good luck to you. Like I said, I'm out here at Valley Center for the small school game of the week. Valley Center taking on Granite Hills. Paul, back to you.
All right, thank you very much. In the time that Maddie was talking, and Maddie, it was good to hear from you, the Oceanside Pirates have quickly scored the game, scored to tie the game at 7. Well, let's just do the Hogcast. This is Frankie Catafias with one of the best Hogcasts from a week ago. Then we'll come back and do the play-by-play on this game. Take it away, Frankie.
On the game, it's really hard to make it to the amazing snack shack. At Rancho Buena Vista, though, they have a remedy for that. They have a walking concession stand. This is no joke.
Earlier in the season, our concession coordinator, Mark and Sherry, and my wife, Christy, who does the inventory for this, thought it would be a good idea that we walk around in the stands and sell stuff. Try to get raise some more money for the school. Switch it up. I try to do a little cross-selling thing. So if I'm selling hamburgers, I'll bring out sodas. If I'm bringing churros, I'll bring out some hot chocolate and some coffee.
Talk about this game a little bit. All right, Frankie, thank you very much. We're looking at, and what do you know? A touchdown live on television as Point Loma. I'll tell you what, they're ringing the bell out here at Point Loma High School. Second time they had the ball, and the second time they've scored. Now, pending the point after, Point Loma will take a 14-7 lead, or at least a 13-6 lead, or 13-7 lead, as we go to our next kickoff. Gentlemen, first of all, quickly on this game, a lot of offense.
It is. Both teams are running the ball.
Coach?
Yeah, and how exciting is it to have a pre-PPR where you're watching a live high school football
I know.
game?
I mean, we should get a little pay-per-view wall up so we can charge for this. Let's just watch the extra point. It's down, it's up, it's good. Pointers up 14-7. Gentlemen, we have about 90 seconds to kill. Let's go back to the open division. Everybody's talking about the pending showdown between what everyone's anticipated to be Mission Hills, Helix. They have to win some football games to get there still, so it's premature, but that's what we do in TV. We're very premature. Quickly, who's going to win that game if it happens?
Obviously, I'm partial to Helix. I think Helix has superior talent. I think Mission Hills is strong. I think Helix is just excellent on defense, and defense wins championships. I think they just have a little bit more than Mission Hills.
I suspect you think differently.
Well, the Mission Hills has that dynamic duo group. I mean, those two guys are good, Tuttle and Olave, and their running back and their other receiver. I mean, they got guys that can put the ball in the end zone all across the field, and their defense is pretty good too.
So everyone thinks it's the number one offense and the number one defense. Doesn't defense win championships?
I believe so.
Well, in this particular case, we're going to find out, aren't we?
All right. First of all, shame on us if it doesn't even materialize, because I know some other teams would like to upset that apple cart. But that is
not happening.
That is our Week 13. I think we have just enough time to watch the kickoff here. It looks like a little
quick onside.
Quick onside kick, and we're not out of bounds, and so that surprised no one. All right. On behalf of Coach Starr and Coach Carroll, who made the long drive here. That's the Pre-PR. We will have highlights tonight, of course, on the 10:30 edition of the Prep Picks Report. But for now, we say, c'est la vie. Back to you guys in the studio.